A wastewater reclamation facility of its own kind in Kenya is underway here at the Konza Technopolis.
What has been produced in the city will remain inside the city.
Setting standards for sewerage management in Kenya.
We are doing it in a different way because it's a smart city.
We have an opportunity to have sustainable water management.
If I were a governor, instead of going very far to benchmark, I would tell them, just come to Konza.
This is a new city. It's been built from scratch with the latest technologies.
This is a continuation of our series tracking progress here at Konza Technopolis as a smart city. Welcome, I'm Alex Chamwada. Many urban areas in Kenya have poor solid and liquid waste management systems, leading to these. Systems that facilitate recycling play a crucial role in solving this problem. You may have heard of the campaign, reuse, reduce, recycle. That is what smart cities are known for, and Konza Technopolis has what it takes to achieve that.
Wastewater facility is required in every urban development, and they are there across the country. But one which reclaims water and treats the water to the potable standard, which means the WHO standards of potable water. This could be one of its kind, not only in Kenya but the region, and especially designed for such a city which will support over 30,000 population of phase 1 of Konza Technopolis.
The main source of water expected to serve the city is Thwake Dam in Makueni County.
The waste will be treated to be recycled in the city. It means the 95–98% of the wastewater will be reutilized. Reutilized for irrigation, for hydrants, means fire systems, and also can be reutilized and treated for the potable water. Also the sludge and this kind of materials, the solid part of the waste, can be utilized as fertilizer for agriculture, means can be utilized also in the city.
The wastewater will include water coming from residential and commercial buildings, from the bathrooms, kitchens, toilets, to name a few.
As you know, this is going to be very critical. We need even the wastewater treatment facility to support even the construction phase of the city.
Water reclamation is a bit technical, but here is the project manager's brief explanation of how it works.
We're starting with the biological treatment. Later on you have what means the segregation between the solid part and the liquid part. The solid part will be treated in a separate manner. There are also the clarifier. This is a special big tank where we segregate the two parts of the wastewater, and the sludge must be recovered in a special tank and for the future reutilization of the things.
It is a race against time. This place is busy 24/7. There are about 300 people working on this facility during the day and around 80 people during the night. Daniel Lenshinka is among the workers who are part of this history in the making.
I feel proud being part of this great team that is building the modern water reclamation facility or waste reclamation facility, which other cities can emulate and use it, because it is not good to waste things that are being wasted when we have a method of reusing them.
Women too have come out strongly to prove that they are gems in this male-dominated field.
In my role as an inspector, I make sure like everything is okay. I go to check the stills, the formworks, the water utilities, the manholes, and everything.
Such technologies in urban development go hand in hand with sustainable development goals.
Basically, we are saying we have an opportunity to have sustainable water management through the wastewater reuse plant, which is really a very good and innovative effort And we would really encourage many other agencies to adopt this strategy because water is a scarce resource. But also we are saying, as a ministry through Konza, we also want to look at our environment. We have more than 1 million seedlings of trees, and we have a strategy that we will be planting trees every year to also just manage our environmental aspect of it.
We live in an environment that is important. We must always protect and work with the environment and ensure that the things that we do that will, leave a country that our future generations will also benefit from. So the wastewater management reclamation is also, one of the ways of ensuring we're managing our environment. And to be able to do that, you need to monitor, you need to manage this water, you need to ensure the quality of the water is good. And so to do this, technology is used.
If I were a county government, a governor, instead of going very far to benchmark, I would tell them, just come to Konza to benchmark, see what is being done, because it's not too late. There are cities in the world that have been revitalized and re-engineered through the adoption of smart methods of doing things. Okay, such cities, I can tell you, one is Curitiba in Brazil. Curitiba, 40 years ago, was one of the toughest places to be in Brazil. But some 20 years ago, Curitiba was seen as the best city in a third world country, where things just work.
Seoul City in South Korea also applies smart technologies to the preservation of its natural environment. The city's 4 sewerage treatment centers refine and purify wastewater, and remaining sewage waste is used to fuel the urban gas systems and vehicles. Engineer Lucy Wanjiku, a member of the Institute of Engineers of Kenya and an expert in wastewater treatment, looks at the wastewater treatment plant at Konza Technopolis as a perfect example to showcase how the various engineering disciplines interact to provide smart solutions in urban development.
In the design of a wastewater treatment, we will involve a civil engineer to convey the sewage and deliver it to the sewage treatment plant. Also, a mechanical engineer comes in to design the pumps and the air compressors needed for the aeration or the pumping. Then the electrical engineers come in to supply the requisite power to run all these components. And now with modern wastewater treatment, because of automation, a software engineer will also come in to design and analyze the softwares that are needed. Finally, on the water quality control, a chemical engineer comes in to understand the different aspects.
Engineer Wanjiku has made her contribution in bringing modern wastewater management solutions closer home. She runs EcoCycle, an organization that installs wastewater treatment and recycling plants, especially in residential areas. Advantages are many, from saving water to turning homes green. Statistics indicate that water coverage in Kenya has been improving steadily and now stands at 59% according to the latest impact report by the Water Services Regulatory Board. However, access to sanitation facilities is lagging behind. The report indicates that seaward sanitation coverage in the country is 17% only.
So that tells you about 80 to 75% have to deal with their sewage on their own, even as the government plans to expand.
According to Athi Waterworks Development Agency, that is responsible for the development, maintenance and management of water and sewerage infrastructure in Nairobi and the metropolitan area, improvements in the city's sanitation system will still apply the old model. This is where wastewater is naturally biodegraded in sewerage ponds and discharged back into the environment.
With the upcoming development in the city dwellers themselves, or the community, at their own initiative, have started the modern wastewater treatment plant using biodigesters. And that is as far as we can be able to explain that we have been able to embrace the modern ways of wastewater management. There are many methods of wastewater management that have been employed across the world, and Nairobi City has not been able to come up or to be able to invest in the modern ways of wastewater management.
Konza is a model city that the country is relying on to be able to show people across the country how cities can manage their water, their environment. And so, you know, we have actually many tours now happening at Konza for people to come and see how we're building, what is going on, how the infrastructure is being put in place.
Members of the National Assembly Committee on ICT, whose chairman is Marakwet West MP William Kisang, visited the Konza Technopolis for a fact-finding mission, and this was their impression of the project.
We are very happy with what is going on here at Konza, and we are promising as a committee that we will continue to appropriate money to Konza so that we realize the dream of those who came up with this concept initially.
Their visit followed a similar visit by the Cabinet Secretary for Foreign Affairs and International Trade, Rachel Omamo.
We are here to project the innovative potential of our country, to let the world know, and to ensure that those who come with a believable, bankable projects early, and they don't need to go back and think again. They've already heard the story clearly and they're able to move quickly.
This is a Vision 2030 project, so it's not one where you can say it will end on this day, because there is what we are doing as government in terms of the horizontal infrastructure, and I believe that with the partners that we have and the contractors, we will be able to meet the deadline. We're trying to do this even before 2022. But we've got also then the different partners and people who are coming to build their own facilities. This is the vertical infrastructure. There is the universities, the hospitals, the accommodation. So all those are also now progressing.
Wiper Democratic Movement Party leader Kalonzo Musyoka also visited the project as both local and international leaders continued to express confidence in the project. During his visit, Israeli ambassador to Kenya described Konza Technopolis as an impressive project.
Israel is also very much interested in developing smart cities. So I think here we found here today many areas of potential cooperation between Israel and Konza City and this project over here. Israel is known for added value technologies in some fields, which I think could be very useful for the merging of this smart city.
We at Konza Technopolis are very keen to really learn a lot from Israel, especially on the innovation ecosystem. Israel is known as a leader in technology and also in the vibrancy of their innovation and the startup ecosystem.
In conclusion, the horizontal infrastructure of the Konza Technopolis is currently at 40%. And is expected to be completed by the year 2021.
The role of the government is to provide up to about 10% of the infrastructure required, which is actually to service the location, put up facilities like this one, which will serve the city, the solid waste system, ensure there are roads, ensure there are necessary facilities like the police stations, and the rest of it is to now attract the private sector. So the city's life has started.
Globally, many new technologies have come up on how to build, how to manage cities and ensure that those cities are smart. Konza is the showcase for our region, for our country, for everyone to see how we can be able to implement this effectively, efficiently, and really improve the quality of lives of Kenyans. And so I would encourage everyone to go to Konza, see this marvel that is now taking off, and be part of it.